What's up guys, my name is Marc Steiner, and today we are talking about the Tentacle Sync Track E audio recorder. This thing is a game changer. Let's get right into it. Now you may notice that my usual mic is not in the shot, and that is because I'm going to be recording this entire video on the Tentacle Sync Track E just to show you what the audio is like, as well as to test it out in a studio situation, which I would not normally use it for. Now, why am I so excited about this tiny device that you can't even see? It's currently clipped onto me right now. I am so excited about this tiny little device because it records 32-bit float audio. Now this is something that's absolutely insane. If you don't know what it is, it practically translates to raw audio. It's the closest you're going to get to the equivalent of raw audio when it comes to raw photos or raw video. This thing is impossible to clip, practically impossible to clip. And the reason why that is such an important and impressive spec to me is that you can do practically anything with this audio. If it's too loud, you can bring it back and it's not clipped. If it's too soft, you can bring it up with practically no detriment to your audio. This is so helpful in so many ways, and it's in a small little tiny device. That's just mind-blowing to me. Something that's this small can record that high quality audio is mind-blowing and noteworthy in and of itself. Now, let's get on to the rest of this. Let's start with the physical device. This thing is absolutely tiny. It's smaller than a credit card. It will fit into the palm of your hand, and it comes with a bunch of accessories. In the box, you get some carrying cases as well as some bands to change the color of your Tentacle Sync if you prefer. Now this is helpful because it's supposed to work in tandem with their Sync E audio products, and this allows you to color code both of them so they are in sync, so you know which is which and how they're working together. So if you have multiple devices, it makes your workflow a lot easier. However, I do not use the Sync E product, even though this is what Tentacle Sync is known for, hence Sync in their name. But this product I'm going to be using in a very different way than most professionals might be using something like this, because I'm a one-man run-and-gun show. I'm a YouTuber, and this device just makes my life so much easier. This device also comes with a belt clip, which is super handy because this is how you're usually going to be attaching it to your talent. But obviously the most important accessory that comes in the box is the microphone that I am currently talking through. And the fact that this is a complete package right off the bat just makes my life so much easier. You don't have to go out and buy a separate lav to then plug into this audio recorder. You have everything all in one box. Oh, also, this audio recorder comes with a 16 gig card already in the device, which is super helpful. It can take up to 32 gigabyte cards, but the fact that it already comes with a micro SD card in there, you know it works, and you don't have to, again, buy something else to then put into it, which is not normal in the industry. The fact that this is an all-in-one package just makes your life easy. It also comes with USB-C cables, both for charging as well as transferring, which again, makes my life so much easier. I don't need to take the SD card out, plug it into my laptop, and then transfer files. When I'm done, I can just stop recording, turn the device off, and plug it directly into my laptop, transfer the files, and while it's transferring, it charges, which is amazing. There's only one button on this device, and it's very easy to use. If you never want to open the app, you are most capable of just using the device as is. To turn on the device, all you need to do is hold down the switch, and then it'll turn on, and then to start recording, you just hold up, and it'll start recording instantly, and you're good to go. You'll get LED indications that you are recording and your audio levels, which is really, really nice. And again, you have that peace of mind knowing that you're not going to peak no matter what you do, and you're safe. It's great. And then when you're done recording, all you need to do is once again hold up and it'll stop the recording, and then you can turn it off by holding down again. So a very basic interface that is super easy to use and practically impossible to forget. So even though this device is super intuitive and easy to use just with the device, you are encouraged to use the app. So once you have the app and you open it and sync your device, this is how you're going to control the device from your phone. You're able to stop recording, you're able to adjust the gain, even though you don't really need to when you're in the 32-bit float mode. This device does come with a 24-bit mode, but why would you use 24-bit when you have 32-bit available. That's like shooting JPEG when you have RAW available. I don't understand why that's even an option. I guess for some people they prefer 24, but 32, that's like the whole reason this product is so special. By default, my device was on the 24-bit mode, so I immediately switched that over to the 32-bit float mode, and here we are talking through the mic right now. But honestly, after I did that initial change, I haven't really used the app because the onboard controls are so intuitive and so easy, and I don't need to be checking my phone. And I think this is where this device really shines. Aside from the fact that it's 32-bit float, it can act like a wireless lav, even though it's not a wireless lav, which is really interesting. So I've recently been in the market for something that's more wireless because I find myself doing outdoor tutorials more and more where the camera and the mic are not going to be right up to my face, and I want to be talking without holding an XLR mic as well, and it's just like having multiple things going on, putting a lav on you and just knowing that you're good is really, really helpful. And I had been looking at the Rode Go, the Rode Wireless Go, as an option for that, but I wasn't the biggest fan of that device because it had a lot of downsides. First off, it's a wireless mic, and my issue with wireless mics is that there are so many factors that could detriment your audio that I can't rely on that and have peace of mind, because anything could happen, especially in a big city with tons of wireless signals. You're probably going to lose some signal there, and that's not ideal when you're recording audio that's super important. So first off, wireless mics, you're going to run into interference problems, you're going to run into cutting out problems, and you're going to run into range problems. So if you're out of range, it stops recording. If you have internet connections or other devices that are having a cellular signal, that could potentially interfere with your audio recording, and that's a deal breaker. And then it also takes up the mic jack on your camera, so you can't have a shotgun mic and a wireless mic going at the same time. And it requires you to have a receiver and a mic, and then buy a separate lav to plug into the mic if you want better audio quality, because the onboard mic isn't great. So there was just all these things, and like by the time you factor all that in, it becomes, you know, around $300, $350 if you want a solid lav mic. And again, it just wasn't inspiring confidence, and it didn't record at the highest bitrate available. Plus, setting up wireless mics can get complicated. I know that certain ones are easier than others, but just like having to go through steps and ensuring and trying to monitor audio is just a whole thing. And because I'm a run and gun one-man band, I never monitor my audio. I'm not going out and having headphones on while I'm talking. I'm just setting up my camera on a tripod and walking away, you know? So I don't have the luxury, because I don't have a sound person to monitor my audio and change it anyway. And this is where the 32-bit float comes in so handy. I don't need to monitor my audio because I'm usually the one talking, or I'm busy doing a bunch of other things, staying behind the camera, making sure talent is in focus, setting up lighting, making sure everything is good. And I'm never trying to monitor audio to make sure and adjust on the fly based off what my talent is doing. That is not my strong suit, nor is it something I want to do or have the luxury of doing. So for me, again, this 32-bit float, I just put the mic on, let it go, and I know I'm good. I'm getting the highest quality possible. There's no chance of it dropping out or having any sort of interference, and I'm still able to mount my shotgun mic onto my camera as backup audio, and that's awesome. So for the most part, I'm going to be using this mic as my own personal mic when I'm out in the world and doing things where I don't have the luxury of vlogging or being right next to my shotgun mic on my camera, but you can also use this for client work instead of a lav mic. And again, if you're a one-man band, I think this is a really, really good all-around, all-in-one solution. You literally set it in 32-bit float mode and you don't need to worry about anything. You put it onto the talent and you know you're getting a clean, good audio feed. I'm not going to be using this as my main studio mic. I am always going to be using a dedicated shotgun mic that sounds so much better. For the purpose of this video, I did want to show you what you can get out of it. So if you're a lav person, this is a very good option. Me personally, I will always take a boomed shotgun mic over a lavalier if I have that luxury. If you are trying to do an interview, for example, it's always good to have two sources of audio just in case anything goes wrong. So this would be a great backup source if, for whatever reason, your shotgun mic dies or something goes wrong. If, for example, you're trying to get a baseline audio level on your talent and you're going through tests, and this is a very common problem. You get them to do bass lines, you're having a conversation, you get your audio levels right, and then the interview starts, and they're either super soft because they're camera shy, or they get super loud because on camera they just feel like they have to jack up their loudness and their personality. And again, if you're a one-man band, what are you gonna do? You can't do anything about it. You've now peaked your audio and you're like, crap, I'm not gonna be able to fix that in post and my audio is gonna sound garbage. Or you're gonna have to be like, I'm gonna have to bring up my audio to the detriment. It's going to increase the noise floor and there's going to be other things. I'd rather, you know, be underexposed than overexposed, but it's issues like that where 32-bit float come in super handy and you don't have to worry about it. And for me, that peace of mind is worth so much. But I do want to show you how I personally am going to be using this out in the wild. So as you can see, we are currently outside and this is where I'm going to be using this kind of microphone the most, and I like this setup for when I'm far away from my shotgun mic and have free range to move like this, and the audio quality stays the exact same, so you can hear me from any way, and I will demonstrate that shortly. We are using the belt pack, so it is attached to my shorts back here, and we have it just going onto my shirt. I don't know if you can see it because of the black shirt. It's kind of just hidden, which is really nice. So I'm just gonna start going away here. And as you can see, the audio is sounding exactly the same because that's what it's doing. And so if I then come back here, the audio is again staying exactly the same. We're very close to some water right now. We have some boats in the background. And that's one of the things with these lav mics, they're going to pick up more because they're omnidirectional. They're not hyper-directional like some of the other mics are. And so that is going to increase the amount of noise from the outside world it's going to be picking up, which is a little bit unfortunate. Another thing I want to test that I didn't mention previously is that not only does this accept lav mics, but you can attach 3.5mm jack microphones that you would traditionally mount to your camera to this as well, and we're going to test that right now. So as you can see, I've now swapped the lav mic out for the Deity D3, which I had mounted on my Sony a7S III, and now we're having a 32-bit float option with a shotgun mic attached, which is really cool. So I'm gonna start walking away, and this is a nice option for a wireless boom if you so wish, and I think that makes this even more versatile. With a mic you already own, turn into a kick-ass wireless boom with 32-bit float. That's insane. And I would definitely use this as like a quick run and gun podcast setup. And I do plan on using this exact setup for a run and gun podcast setup in the near future. So I'm very curious to see how this turns out, and I have every faith in the world that it's doing very well. And now we're back to the wireless lav. I think this is an amazing product that a lot of people are gonna find very useful, especially for this type of shot and style. This run and gun stuff, it's perfect. So that's what this setup sounds like out in the wild. I think it sounds really, really good. Now this product does come with a lav mic, the one you're currently listening to me through, but you can attach other lav mics if you so wish, higher quality ones. But again, for the price, I'm not going out to buy a $300, $400, $500 lav mic because that's not my main source of recording. For some people, if they already have it, you can attach it to this and that would be great. But I don't think for me it's worth it. This one is more than good enough. Is it the best thing on the market? No. But can you EQ it and make it sound good? Yes, and that's what I've been doing this entire time. It sounds great when you do a little love on some EQ, and I have no issues with this, especially when people are going to be listening to through their phones and laptops and through compressed YouTube. No one's going to be able to tell the difference between a $500 mic and the one that comes with this one, in my personal opinion. So I think it's really important to just get that out of the way. Yes, this mic does come with the product. It's not the best thing in the world, but no one's gonna tell. So if I haven't made it abundantly clear, let's wrap up with my final thoughts on this product. This product is awesome, and I think for most people, especially in my situation, the one-man band, the YouTuber, the social media guy, this is a no-brainer. You have to add it to your gear collection. I know it's, another piece of gear. We all are acquiring all this stuff we don't always need, but this one for me just makes so much sense. That being said, this comes in at $350, which is not cheap by any means. I do think it's a very good value proposition for everything that you're getting in the box, and the fact that it's so easy to use, it's just run and gun, and you can learn how to use it in 10 minutes. Like, I never take gear out into the field unless I'm 100% confident I know how to use it, And with my previous audio recorder, it took me a day to make sure everything was good. This one, it was literally turn on, hit record, you're good to go. Stop recording, you plug in, everything is there. And that is great. I will say that the build quality is not my favorite. I really wish it was a little bit better built. It's a nice plastic, but I've already scratched it when I attached the belt clip onto it, so I was a little bit disappointed by that. It doesn't inspire confidence with the build quality, but also you just have to keep in mind that you have to baby this a little bit. I wouldn't be throwing this. I would be a little bit nervous to drop this one, especially because it's so small and light. I do wish there, was a stronger material or a little bit of metal in there somewhere to just inspire a little bit more confidence. However, Zoom just came out with their brand new F2, and that is also a 32-bit float audio recorder, and it's small and it seems to be built very well, and it comes in at about half the price of this device. So why did I get this one over that one? Just the ease of use, USB-C charging, all these things make my life easier, and that the app is so much far superior to the one that Zoom has. And I'm like, all right, you save 150 bucks and you still get that 32-bit float, but it's not as easy to use, and it's just all these factors. And I was like, you know what? Tentacle Sync is a good company. They're making an amazing product, and they're making my life easier, and at the end of the day, I'm willing to pay more for ease of use. So this device is absolutely amazing, and I have no regrets about buying it whatsoever, and I'm going to be using it for years to come. This thing is just so easy to use, it gives me that peace of mind, and the audio you're getting out of it is absolutely incredible. And if you want to go into the timecode realm, which I haven't done yet, nor do I see myself doing in the future, that's an option for you too. So the ability to do timecode built in like that, super helpful. But as always, I want to know what you guys think. Are you excited about this product? Are you as excited as me about 32-bit float? Let me know in the comment section down below. My name is Marc Steiner, and I'll see you next time.